All right, we're off and popping here. I think we're off and popping like Mary Poppins. We're seeing a Super Bowl shutdown here. Is it live here? I'm gonna come right out and say that. I think the Super Bowl is gonna get shut down. Are we on? Let me get a 5x5 once you get this going here. Let me get a 5-on-5. Roger that. Okay. Larry's here. Larry's first. All right, so I was scanning this morning, and then I had to do the lawn, and then I had to do some things. But and then I was thinking, I was like, and you guys watch this guy Scan and Smoke. So he covers a lot of stuff. He's listening to all the bands and frequencies and shit. And you got Ottawa now going. Now it's full on Toronto. Oh man, I forgot all the cities of Canada. They're all going down. He started saying all the cities of Canada. Toronto, again, big Canadian cities that our truckers are going to. They're just all going. More Canadian cities are bracing for truck convoys here. Canadian report massive anti-vaccine trucker protests growing. I'm kind of like, what's up, dude? The Canadians are doing shit. Like, I feel like, where's our convoys? Where the hell is our convoys? So we're going to see the blowback is starting. The blowback is starting. Matter of fact, this Super Bowl that's coming up, who I don't even know is in it. I'm not even following it. I'm pretty sure it's going to get shut down. Because there's funding from the Hemlocks on the side of the truckers because they want to demonize the truckers and they want to roll the robots in. Never forget that. So they want to use like sniper teams and on them and everything, apparently. But some of these views, YouTube requires me that I indicate to you, the viewer, that some of my opinions in this video are contrary to the consensus medical opinion about the COVID-19, otherwise known as the Karachi. Can we get some? The truckers are going to shut down the Super Bowl. Anybody writing about that? What's going on at the Canadian border? Trucker freedom? Ottawa crackdown? No. It's going mainline. Hold on. Wait. Go back here. More Canadian. Yeah. We're talking about Toronto's going off. We're talking about Quebec City, Toronto, Saturday night. You want to know who I am? No way, Jose. Yesterday, this lady gave me, and we were at the store, and she's like, you don't have to wear a mask. She gave us the whole HIPAA thing, and I felt like an asshole because I was going to put it on. And I'm like, I know you're right, and I'm putting it on because I don't want to deal with people's mouth. And then we went to the pharmacy, and Marcy's like, oh, they're definitely going to mask us in here. And I was like, And so we did that. Well, she had a mask on, but I was rolling around, and then towards the front, a lot of people, things. So I put the mask on the chin. I got the mask. I don't want to hear anything. And under the breath of one guy, he's like, the mask doesn't do any good on your chin. I was like, sir, I put the mask on my chin to stop people like you from henpecking me. And it didn't work. So I might as well just not wear it. Because trying to, dude, I don't want to hear your mouth. I know it's coming too. It's coming about, Sir, before we begin, can you please pull your mask up about 2 inches? About 2 inches before we start this transaction. Before you're able to purchase items from this establishment, can you pull the mask up 2 inches? Dude, you want me to pay for this shit, or you want me to go somewhere else? 2 inches. All right. Slap it up high, Larry. Slap it up high. Oh, I forgot the chat here. Hold on. Let's pop this out. I'm looking for pictures still. Let's put I like this here. Go to this one, window 1. And then I got the chat. And then I got the OBS. And let me see if this isn't going to ruin our whole entourage here. CBB's here. Hold on. Just 1 second here. We're going to go 330 by 1100. Get that down to brassy size. Yeah, let's get the Mercedes. Is this where it's at? The Mercedes, it could be shut down. The Super Bowl in Atlanta. Hell yeah, let's get that right there. It's going to be shut down. You better guarantee it. The blowback has begun. The blowback has begun. Could the Super Bowl be shut down? I want that in there. Can we get this a little bit smaller? This Heckadanza. 1 sec. I mean, it doesn't say how big it has to be. This one right here is a little tricky. All right. Okay, that's good. You guys are there. And then we could put one more picture up here. You know, the chat could just be right there. Let's get a Canadian trucker. I mean, it is the Canadians at this point. They're kind of showing us up. The Canadians are showing us up. So, I mean, unless we come out and we're like blitzkrieg. Truckers in U.S.? Like fucking, yeah, there's a whole bunch of talk and shit, but where are we going to see this? In the USA. Truckers in the USA. Where are you? We need to be on the CBB radio, like, frequency. Let's scan all the frequencies, get a CB radio, and let's start asking some questions here. Because they're on the road. They got, they're not going anywhere. Hey, when the fuck are you guys coming to Washington or wherever? Wherever is going on. It doesn't have to be Washington. I mean, it could be a juke, Oh, everybody's going to Washington. And then, bam, go somewhere else, Oh, we're all going to Washington. And the Super Bowl shut down. I enjoy that. Throw a little juke in there. You don't want to let them know your routes or anything. That's good. That's good. Let's get the... Okay, hold on. Yeah, let's get a trucker in there. This guy looks all American. Huh? Look at this guy. All right. Let's toss this guy in the stream. All right. Fang Fang, load it up. We're just getting our images here for the party to start. Yeah, the party started with this guy. Look at this trucker. Huh? I'm right down here. Okay. The party has just begun. Okay, Larry, you're coming at me with chat links in the chat here? Yeah, I'm on the New York Post, I think. What am I on? New York Times. All right. I'll go to your New York Post. They're talking about a protest in Ottawa last week led truckers against pandemic measures in Canada, blah, blah, blah. The shit's going hot, is what it says. It should say. It's going hot. I was watching all the streams, and they're having shutdowns. People are going the wrong way. I'm looking at all the police shit, There's people getting run over, and there's all kinds of traffic jams, and there's a de-escalation of car chases because there's, so much gridlock going on. Apparently, people are just coming into the area and shutting it down. They're just driving, throwing that shit into park, and then setting up shop, I guess. I mean, that's what it kind of looks like. So, I mean, who am I to say? I mean, fucking hey, shut it down, I guess. Most of my views don't agree with any of the official narrative. All right, CBB. All right, CBB oil. Larry, do you have anything on? I'd like to see more American stuff here. I mean, the Canadian stuff is awesome. At the same time, I would like to mirror that with some United States news. Like actual like Twitter videos and stuff of US truckers, like convoys. Yeah, I feel a little bit showed up. I feel like Canada's showing us up right now. Don't you? All right, Larry, let's see what you got. Is this a decent link here? Is this decent? Let's run it through the matrix, make sure it's not... All right, it's clean. All right, something about Pelosi here. Oh, yeah, I was speaking about this yesterday. She warns the athletes not to speak out against China during the Olympics. Well, I mean, she's a communist, and she's an American communist, and she doesn't want people to speak out against the regime because they're going to be blacklisted. So most Americans at this point have said, I'm not going to watch this. We're going to speak out with our views. We're not going to watch stuff that is clearly steered towards, our demise. And most people know about the Chinese coronavirus, and it's being held in China. So people are like, I don't have time for it. I'm not going to give you my views. And we're going to
open this morning in Beijing.
Nancy, I wasn't ready for you.
We wish our athletes well. We salute the president for the diplomatic boycott.
I wasn't ready for you, Nance. Why don't you just back it on up there? I was in the middle of something here, Nancy. I wanted to throw you up on the screen, Nancy. Why don't you just give me some time, Nancy? Why don't you settle down, Nancy? 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 Ooh, they're making it all about the vaccine. I think it's like about freedom, to tell you the truth, but... Oh, there's Van. Oh, gosh. There's Nancy. Let's simmer that down there, Nancy. So, yeah, let's have her look right at me there. Oh, that messes that up. All right, well, let's kind of tame this guy down a little bit. Hey. All right, so then we can shut down that. And then we get Nancy in here. And there I am. And then there these guys are reffing the whole thing. There's the Super Bowl. Yeah, what they're going to do is they're going to see all this concrete and all this roadway and everything. Yeah, they're just going to surround it and shut it down. And then how are you going to get in there? Millions of dollars lost, a lot of eyes on it. At this point, there's going to be a lot of people losing money because the war is... So they're coming after us, and they're hitting us up economically. So when there's blowback, the blowback is going to affect people that might be patriots. You might be, there might be patriots invested in this somehow with Chinese money. I don't know. But since it has everything to do with China and everything, you know what I mean? It's just not American, especially after you coronavirused us. We're just not really into your fucking anything. No disrespect. I mean, there's more than one way up the mountain. All right, Nancy, I guess we're ready for you. Give us what you got. This is old news, too. I covered this yesterday.
Open this morning in Beijing. We wish our athletes well. We salute the president for the diplomatic boycott that has been joined by other countries, and the approach that I support. As I wish the athletes well. I do not encourage them to speak out against the Chinese government there because I fear for their safety if they do. I'll remove all doubt.
So you fear for their safety. So, I mean, these aren't like the type of friendlies that we should be doing business with, no? Feels like the Chinese are setting us up and coronavirusing us.
About why I said they shouldn't speak out, because I fear for their safety. So I hope they're safe athletically, politically, and every other way.
Take it down a notch, Nance. All right, so that was February 6th. What is today? 5th. Old news, like I said. Let's go to Z Hedge from here. I got Shaolin. The only bookmark that like remained was the Shaolin. So if there was some like Chinese censorship, they're like, oh, Shaolin. After enabling violent far left extremists, GoFundMe steals millions of dollars from Freedom Convoy fundraisers. Send it all back immediately. What's up with tech companies and all these platforms stealing your money? Huh? I got a lawsuit waiting with fucking D Live, dude. They took thousands of dollars from me. And they're freaking not giving it back. Hey, dude, you took my money. Like straight up, like you stole my money. Gas prices at the pump, highest since 2013. We told you yesterday with the blowing up of all the shit over wherever it was. Where did they blow it up? They blew some shit up. The oil rigs blew up. It was Trinity Spirit. The Trinity Spirit blows up and kills 10. Yeah, Nigeria. So this is the reason why we got a heck of danza with the oil, because of this type of stuff here. So the FPSO, thought it was the Nigerians. I thought it was the Trinity Spirit. An aging tanker. Who's fucking coming in here with the ta-ta-ta? The Tatiana. An aging tanker was operating as a floating oil production and storage vessel, and it exploded, caught fire, sank off the Nigerian coast Wednesday, February 2nd. 10 people working aboard the vessel are at the bottom of the sea, bits and pieces. Trinity Spirit, which was 274,774 DWT and measured 1,105 feet, built in 76. Sheba Exploration and Production Company Limited, or SEPCOL, which was the operator at the Nigerian oil fields, report that an offshore company purchased the FPSO Trinity Spirit from ConocoPhillips, leasing it to SEPCOL on a bare boat basis. The FPSO was serving as the primary production facility for the OML 108 in Nigeria's offshore Upokti oil field located near the Nigeria Delta. The company indicated that the Trinity Spirit could process up to 22,000 barrels a day, as well as inject up to 40,000 barrels with water per day. Its storage capacity was 2 million barrels of oil. That shit blew up. Here's a picture. Here we got another one. This is the vessel going down. The ship going down. Let's get this a little bit big here. Nancy. I'm going large. Whoops. All right, pop me up. Baba Ganoush. Okay. What else we got? Is that all the Baba Ganoush? All right, they got a bunch of words. Here, this is Trinity Spirit exploding off the coast. So yeah, oil is shooting up because of these type of attacks. These are attacks on you and your economics and everything. Can we get some pictures and videos? There's a picture. There's why the gas prices are going up. Chevron executive came out and he's like, "There's no one dead," even though there was 10 people missing apparently. Well, they're missing because they're on the bottom of the ocean. That's where they're at, you know. That's where they're at if you want to go look. Baba Ganoush. Same one? Okay. 10 men feared dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead 2 days later. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. Or fucking, what is it? 4 days later. They're dead. Bunch of words. No pictures. We got this picture. It says, what is this? 10 men feared dead. They're dead. All right, so we got that type of stuff going on. And then the stuff that's going on in Ukraine and Russia. We got a bunch of weaponry going in there, and they just need to spark up. You know, they need to get people willing to go and fight against the Russians. Because the Ukrainians, they got a lot of weapons, but they're not going to go head on head with these Russians. So they're firing from, like, you know, half mile away, this, that, and the third. All right. The truckers going to Toronto, shut down. Recent news. Healthcare workers announce counter-protest to convoy in Toronto. Look at this here. Healthcare workers, they say. Healthcare workers announce a counter-protest. Good luck, Chuck. What is this? Oh, it's a bunch of heckadanza. No, I wasn't looking for that type of stuff. Yeah, the Toronto truckers begin here. Person allegedly carrying smoke bombs arrested in Toronto as huge crowd of anti-mandate protesters gather. Anything anti this, anti that. Anti-lockdown protesters. And here's this girl giving you the brass. This is by Carissa Wilson.
Challenge. Check. Proving myself.
Take it down a notch.
Check. It's not always easy. Check. Did I ever dream of this? Every night. When you find what moves you, it gets you through.
Let's now go over to Toronto now. That's where CTV's Heather Butts joined us earlier. We've got her back now. She's in the downtown core there. So, Heather, it's been about 20 minutes or so since the last time we talked, and things are certainly moving pretty quickly.
Yes, I would say so. And people are actually starting to move themselves, Angie. So right now we are here at Bloor and Avenue Road. Huge presence here by protesters. It is continuing to grow. We're seeing people arrive by the dozens in just the last 10 minutes, really. There sort of seems to be a bit of a truck convoy circling these city blocks. When they do circle this area, the protesters here are just cheering, lots of horns honking, similar to what we've been seeing in Ottawa for the last week. But certainly the energy here seems to really it's really starting to build. I will say this, Angie, though, there was a few hundred people in this intersection. An ambulance needed to get through. The protesters moved way. The police moved way. The ambulance made its way through. Toronto police said that no vehicles would be stopping in this area. They're continuing the flow of traffic, and they're wanting people to move along. So it was really incredible to see a few hundred protesters clear the way and have that ambulance be able to go through. So like I said, a few hundred people here in this intersection. We've got a few transport trucks making their way downtown, and then many people now starting to make their way towards Queen's Park, where of course the Ontario legislature is. Police have cordoned off several blocks here. You'd say about 4 city blocks, a really large area that no vehicles can get in, so it's all foot traffic.
Yeah, indeed, and I can see more and more activity happening there behind you, Annie, and it is very great to hear, as you commented there, that ambulance need to get through. Everyone respecting that, getting out of the way to make sure whoever is in that bus is, of course, is going to get to the hospital.
They got out of the way. They got out of the way. They're bringing in these sniper teams.
They're wearing their lab coats, etc. So
they're wearing their lab coats. Oh, is that the anti-lockdown shikadanza? Look at this. Toronto. Toronto's going to go off tonight. Look at this. Quebec City. Police are asking vehicles and people to make room for emergency vehicles. This is unacceptable and will not be tolerated. There are traffic delays across the city. Ooh, oh God. What about the Ottawa police chief? He's ready to put up Hitler camps. Hitler style camps for the truckers. He's ready. This is it right there. It's a nice day. According to, Canadian this, that, and the third. They were like, it's a great day yesterday. I was like, that looks freezing cold. Services are required to facilitate peaceful demonstrations. Police Chief James Ramier told reporters at a press briefing Friday, this will be a balance by our priority to ensure public safety and to protect hospitals and infrastructure and the city's emergency response. So it's a balance. It's a balancing act, he says. All this Canadian stuff. Where the hell's our truckers? All right, let me run this through the metaverse. Make sure it's clean, Hayes. I need to make sure these links are clean. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Huh? Let me open a new tab. Let me run it through the old matrix. It's clean. It's an RT. Clean. Yes. Clean. Clean. Virtual gang rape results in meta future. Social network rolls out personal force field. You want to know my notification? Block. Social networks roll out personal force field for VR avatars, blocking most touch. What does this mean? Blocking most touch? No, don't block the touch. What do you mean blocking touch? Meta, formerly Facebook, has added a personal boundary system to its Horizon virtual reality platform in response to concerns over virtual harassment. The feature, which creates an invisible and impenetrable force field with an almost 4-foot radius around individual avatars, will be turned on by default in both the Horizon World's creation platform and the Horizon Venue's live event host, Meta revealed in a blog post on Friday. So you're going to want to jump into that matrix here. Put your VR goggles on and get in your dark room and stay there and get on the floor. It's a COVID-19 alert. While users can apparently, you could be in the virtual reality world while you're on the floor in this world. While users can apparently still stretch their arms and get on the ground, the new Go Zone, in order to deliver high fives, fist bumps, and other less intimate forms of greeting, a Meta spokesperson revealed users would not have the option of disabling their personal boundaries even if they wanted to be groped or otherwise touched. Users who try to touch others will find movement blocked and would be recipient of the touch will feel nothing. According to the blog post, the metaverse grope-proof pods. Man, what is this shit? Grope-proof pods? Let me get this down to brass here. Is this the end? See something, say something? I think that's the end right there. All right, just calm down. According to a blog post, the metaverse grope-proof pods meant to establish standards for how people interact across the VR platforms, while Meta left the possibility open of eventually being able to customize the size of the no-go zone's radius. Removing touch from the equation may have unexpected negative results for Meta's popularity. Given that much of the internet's evolution has been driven by the porn industry, eliminating physical intimacy from Meta's version of virtual reality is likely to limit its appeal to certain demographics. No small concern given the company's recent stock market tribulations. Horizon World's beta tester, Nina Jane Patel. Nina Jane Patel, over in India, claimed she was virtually groped, an accusation she later leveled up to a gang raping. She got gang raped in the VR world. Holy hell. Within just a minute of signing in, she wrote on her blog at the time, she was set upon by 3 to 4 male avatars with male voices who essentially but virtually gang raped my avatar and took photos. Gang rape in the Matrix. She is only beta tester to go public with such allegations and has paralyzed her notoriety into what she describes as a child-friendly metaverse equipped with parental controls called Kabuni. Meta porn. After investigating the incident, Meta determined that Patel hadn't taken full advantage of the existing isolation features, including a block button, which she admits, arguing it happened too fast for her to even think of putting it down. She's like, oh my God, don't stop. No, I'm not going to block you. Oh, rape me. I'm kidding. Don't rape anybody in the metaverse. Jeez Louise. I don't know how. What about if they're just like going up and they're just like, you know how like games are, you're just all like bumping into each other, and she's like, I'm being gang raped. I mean, is there an option of like, you know, can you be? Is there an option to like do all that? I'm not up on all this. I went into the metaverse. I don't know if it was this one or what was it, but it was one that has like a cage, you know? And then you have these controllers, and then like drones come in and you could like fight them, you could fly. You have these 2 things in your hand, you know? It's pretty badass. You have these big ass goggles on, and then you have like these setups so you don't like eat shit, you know? You have like, you set up your like containment area. I want one. I'm going to have one right out here. I'm going to have the VR in my living room. It's going to be a big ass, I'm going to have the living room just empty and just have it a VR room. No, I'm into it. I'm into it. As long as they don't require a chip, I'm in. Larry, is this the meta porn? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to need some more links here. Okay, I'm covering this meta porn pretty good, but we're going to need some more links. So when I graze down the chat, I get to the next thing that we talk about. And then try to put links of what the topic is, of like shutting down the Super Bowl, United States truckers, Canadian truckers. But we need some more U.S. truckers, I'm seeing here. It's been a week, you know? It's been a week. Like, where the hell's our convoys? All right, so people are getting raped in the metaverse. After investigating the incident, Meta determined that Patel hadn't taken full advantage of the features. You people are retarded. Let me slap it on your cheeks, virtually, of course. You want some pearls? An accurate summary of astonishing stupidity. Should that be virtually stupidity, Bill Clinton would love it. I have never had a Facebook account And from Meta, I want even greater distance, as long as they wear masks. Only massive losers will ever be using the metaverse where they can be gang raped for eternity by Mark Zuckerberg with the weird haircut. Even the metaverse will have red light districts. Yes, even the cartoons in Dream World must have social distancing. Ha, yeah. How long before the masking? Ha, the droid Zucker finds humans hard to understand. Are people going mental? How does someone gang rape someone in digital space if there is no personal contact? Zuckerberg is a freak, and anything he produces is going to be along those lines. He is married to a communist, and the goal is to degrade the moral character of this nation. I don't know about his wife, but communism, in essence, is a noble idea, only it is not applicable in the human world. If you think democracy is the way, you need to educate yourself. Careful, careful, run to the hills and beware that meta will ruin the mind and brain and heart and humanity as we know it. Time to get the kids active in real life and the adults to face real life issues face to face, not face to illusion. Social media is a two-edged sword, which is a source of distress for many people and should be policed more effectively. It should be limited about what they can put out there, and let's call porn porn. How are people supporting Meta after knowing Facebook's data collection initiatives and policies? So now they just give Facebook an even more intimate data with Meta? Wow. LOL. They have been brainwashing stupid into them for the past 30 years. I was talking about that yesterday. Slowly, they're making us stupider. And these masks decrease your IQ. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, they get you to run kind of just their little gamut, and then you got to put on your mask, and then you conform, and then the next level, and then you don't question each level, and then you get down here to where somebody that's not from our, like now comes in, and they're like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? And we've been conditioned all the way down to be just really dumb. Really dumb. All right, Larry. Where's the links? I'm going to go get a drink because you guys didn't give me any links. No. This is a me and you operation, not just me. So I need you guys to research and then throw them into there so I could talk about them. Okay? I run this show with you guys. It's not just me. So until there's more links, there's going to be a coffee break here. Coffee's in there. Ooh, I forgot about it. Let's get a little water for the sauce. Water for the sauce. Oh, there's yogurt. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Where's those two thingies? So we're going to get a little bit of that coronavirus in there. I'm Starbucksing right now. Except I don't pay $6. I just make them right here. Boom. Anytime I want. Like that. Yeah. I'm getting the nice foam going right here. Heating up the foam, if you will. Coffee's right here. And we just pour it in like so. Super caffeinated. Really good for ulcers. That's why you need to eat it with yogurt. The 5G. The 5G. The cream of wheat. Look, I got some cream of wheat. I got some brown sugar cream of wheat. I'm gonna try that out. Oh, I love this cream of wheat shit. You gotta know how to make it. Because if you don't know how to make it, it tastes like shit. But if you know what's up, look at this. I got the brown sugar. Ooh, maples and brown sugar. It's actually grits. Yeah. Apparently it's grits. Apparently I love grits. Okay. All right, let's go mainline. Let's mainline this into our veins. All right, mainlining. Is there new links? No? Well, I don't know what I'm going to watch then. Honeybees? No links? Really? Here, I'll make you a moderator. So you don't have some sort of excuse. Here, add moderator. I don't give a shit if everybody's moderator. CBB, I'm gonna make you a stinking moderator. I want more links. Where's access to Christ? I'm glad I inspired you. Can I inspire you to give me a link? Can I inspire you to give me a link? Why don't you give me a link to something, and then I'll talk about it. Otherwise, I'm going to enjoy this delicious yogurt right in your face. Ah, Josh. Definitely got to go with the honey. No honey. Put the honey in like that. And put the sauce right on the pants. Sauce pants? That sounds gross, James. Well, you got them. They're on you. Stream and smoke. That dude's doing things. He's getting shadow banned too. Stream and smoke. Not yet there, running with scissors, but a lot of questions, no links. You know what? You guys just really sometimes don't impress me. You just don't impress me that much. The American Dream. Oh. Advertisement. American Dream. Advertisement. I'm trying out. The American Dream. Chinese advertisement. The American Dream Mega Mall had just 820 of its reserve account after making 9.3 million interest payment. India stages last-minute diplomatic boycott of Beijing Olympics after Chinese soldier made torchbearer. DOJ crackdown on activist short sellers has expanded to target more than 30 firms. The DOJ is coming after short sellers? Really? Why? There's something going on in the DOJ that's not good. Virginia mother slams school officials over asinine political theater. Talking about the mask mandates. All right, let's go to the mother. Maybe she'll have some video or something. I'm just going over Zero Hedge since you guys don't have any interesting links or any links whatsoever. I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, let's go with the moms. The moms need to come out. Everyone listens to a mom, especially when they're pissed and they're just like, I'm not going to take this shit anymore. Where's the moms at? The moms could change the world. Just come out and say this is bullshit. The fact that you're a mom has a lot of weight behind it. Here, listen to her on Twitter. Here, I'll give you her face. I'm not going to do the video, so you could just pretend her mouth is moving. Okay, Jen Sassy. Put it in here. Put it right there. Put it right here. Yep. Put it there. Angel, where's those links at? Okay. Okay, get this saucepans right there. Move this up a little bit there so you can get that. It's going to be shut down, the Mercedes-Benz, whatever. All right, mommy. What do you got? Advertisement. Mommy? Here she is, over on the Dirty Bird. Here we go.
I know there are many educators who want to protect children. This goal is not different from my own. Our implementation preferences may differ, but we want the same thing, to get through COVID without harm. Unfortunately, politics leads us to believe there is only one solution: masks. Yet thousands of schools around the country have been open during the entire pandemic without masks and no corresponding rise in serious illness. There were not child coffins lined up as some educators in this county suggested would be the case. In fact, things have been going pretty much as normal. Kids are getting sick despite wearing masks. We are forcing healthy children home for exposure despite them wearing masks. And we are segregating children by vaccination status and religious exemption status, despite the wearing of masks. So I ask you, if masks work, why don't they? I'd now like to cover the facts. Not policy is determined by the White House, not CDC recommendations, which I remind you is still policy. Policy, I might add, that changes by the day without any basis in science at all. So here are the facts. They are available to any one of you. Over the course of the pandemic, 49,000 children have died of all causes. 331 of those were COVID-related. Yet we have turned kids' lives upside down at school for what is essentially a non-risk. Let's put that risk into context. Last year, fewer kids died of COVID-19 than of heart disease, cancerous tumors, suicide, homicide, and drownings. Have the schools stopped serving hamburgers and French fries? Have we put up tinfoil on the ceilings to block power lines? Do we even address the growing incidences of suicide during the pandemic? No. We play politics with kids' faces by placing restrictive fabric over their noses and mouths that the CDC itself has said don't do anything, and it's for their safety. This is asinine. This is blatant political theater, and it needs to end. Finally, regarding that end, I need to point something out that has been bothering me. On November 15th of last year, I had the privilege of speaking with Dr. McDade for 10 minutes following the CRT town hall meeting. During that discussion, which was friendly and cordial, I asked what she, as superintendent, could do to get the kids out of masks. Dr. McDade told me that she would if she could, but that her hands were tied by then Governor Northam's executive order mandating face coverings. And if it weren't for that, things would be different. Well, tonight, things are different. And I'd like to ask you, Dr. McDade, tonight, what has changed? And what do you plan on doing now that your hands are untied? I'm asking all of you to step up the way other leaders who have and are ending COVID restrictions by the day. When will you? What will it take? You are on the losing side of history, and it's time to make that right before these children now.
Frisky Buzzy.
Frisky Buzzy. Next, we have Frisky Buzzy. Did you say Frisky Buzzy? Virginia mom. Mary Ann Jensen coming out against the fucking masked. Look at this. So this is what she was facing when she went in there. Fang, screenshot this. So you're going up against this in your town or wherever. Yeah, they're hiding behind masks. Here. Get right there. Get it right. Get that right. Okay. Ashton Salazar. Let me see what you deleted. Oh, he's doing a VUM. Yeah, delete that shit. I'll hide your ass. Not just delete you, I'll hide you. I could play all day. I put plastic out all day for you guys. 2 in the back of the head, real quick cleanups. While I enjoy a 7-Up. Just putting plastic on the ground all day long. I could do it. East Coast time check. Well, fucking it's 1:20 here. So it's almost like 5 over there. It's like 4:20. Oh, 4:20. I get it, CBB. Oh, 4:20. Ah, geez, man, you're really creative. I guess I could partake in an East Coast 4:20 session. I mean, if you're gonna push me, how about a link? All right, let's get some of this sauce right in the pants. Let's put the pants right onto the sauce. It's getting pretty shaky down there. It's getting pretty shaky. I don't have really all that much, but I got enough. Ooh, a 7-Up, cold, clean, and good. Okay. Jamesy, going back on D Live, I missed my stickers. They took my money, and then they're not allowing me to go on the platform. So it's a lawsuit. Waiting. Just a waiting. And you know who owns D Live, right? Alrighty. The day they did that, they gave me back my YouTube's, they were like, you can come back on YouTube the day D Live did that. So it's all coordinated. All right, 4:20 on the East Coast. Ashton Salazar was immediately got voomed. You got voomed today, my friend. Oh, look at Angel Mist with the tiny URL. Look at her. All right, you learn. Let me make sure it's clean. I'm still going to see if these are clean. Clean. All right. It's a Gab. Okay. Here it is. Oh, you're gonna give me a copyright strike with your shit? Okay. You're gonna give me a copyright strike. I can't play any of this. Alright, so it's people, where is it? Someone in the message, group leaders, protesters worldwide. When cops form a line, you, the protesters, have to encircle that group of police officers in a non-violent fashion. Be sure to watch your back for the ninjas dressed in black. I am not blowing smoke up your guys' ass. You guys better start paying attention. You guys better start having drones in the air, audio, visual, constant video recording. While you do this, use their tactics on them, but do not be violent, damn it. You shake that again, finger at me. Sure at me, ain't gonna have all that. You know what I see is the greatest thing ever in this country protesting. I see flags of other oppressed nations like Canada, America, Australia, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, Spain, Italy. This is the 7.8 billion souls screaming out for mercy on their brothers and sisters. There's a shift occurring and a reset, but it's a shift and rest of removing the evil that has been oppressing and murdering us for centuries. What a move of the spirit. This is fabulous. This is miraculous. Oh. It's a bunch of people dancing. We got, what is this? Where is it? Incredible demonstration in front of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Okay, I could screenshot it. I can't show you the audio because I'm going to get copyright on it. So I guess I'll capture and then I'll share with you my pictures that I've been collecting. So I think I got 2 so far. We could take the mother off the screen and make me littler. Tone it down. Let's just tone it down for a second. Oh, the Karachi 19. What kind of shit did you guys do on us? What did you unleash on us? What did you unleash on us? The coronavirus. The coronavirus. Oh, by the way, YouTube indicates that I indicate to you that my opinions in the video might contradict the consensus medical opinion about the COVID-19. So just know about that. This is our pictures. Oh, there's Paris. There's Paris. Yeah, I screenshotted it from the video, so you guys are getting like a raw dog picture of Paris right there. That's raw dog. That's Ron Jeremy right there. All right, so settle down. All right, settle down. Let's get the consensus. What was up here? Oh, the YouTube Tatiana. I need to name that one. Hold on. Just for a second, let me go like this, and then let me get rid of that. And then what's that? You go here, you click on it, and then it clicks it on down here. And that would be your image 7. No. Click on it again. Coronavirus. Image 11. Image 11, go like this, control it. And then what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to rename it. And no, I don't want to remove it. I said control, rename, not remove. Now, it's there, boom. And we call that the YouTube operation. Like tag it. Operation YouTube, tag it up there. Sauce Pants MacGyver. Sauce Pants MacGyver. See, it's all long now, so I'll see it. All right, good. Sauce Pants McGee. All right, McGee. Get up there. Jump, jump, jump. Run, run, run. All right, now it's running. Okay. So now I'm going to unblock it. Pop. I got that. And this guy ran to the top. Uh-huh. This is the Eiffel Tower. Uh-huh. Look at this guy. Just kind of looking at him. All right. And then in this quadrant over here, over in this quadrant, we're going to have these guys. And these guys are also known as the Studio YouTube chat link. So we'll go like this. We'll control it and we'll rename it really quick. And we'll call it the frickin' chatter box sauce Hans Mackenzie. Mackenzie. Yeah. Chat on the sauce. Put it up here. Put it up there. Now you realize the sauce is growing. Okay. Huh? Huh? Nope, that's not the right one. Go to Is that the right one? What's the right one? So that's Paris. Just hold it now. That's Paris. Alright. So this trucker needs to get down here. Alright. Make yourself known here, trucker. You're on my stream now, boy. You better perform now, boy. Alright, and get the mother off there. Yeah, get her off. Mother goes. There's Nancy, whoever that is. Let's get the trucker a little bit bigger. Who's blocking him here? Who's blocking this dude? What's this black? Oh, it's nothing. What is this? Oh, it's the mother. Get rid of the mother. It's coming too. It's coming too. All right, we got Paris in the background. We got the medical opinion. You get to see all of Paris. Is that the Eiffel Tower right there? I mean, we could... Nah, we're just going to leave it. I can make that YouTube warning right there. I mean, it doesn't need to be all big. It's French. Yeah, very. Angel, you're the one that gave us the link. Okay, a little bit faster, though. I'm going to need some links, you know, because I want to cut to something else, you know? I mean, you want me to talk about the Eiffel Tower? All right, people are doing things at the Eiffel Tower. I mean, I just set up the picture show for you. All right. The Eiffel Tower is going off. Freedom, give me a report. Eiffel Tower singing and dancing. Merry freedom. Recent. No? Okay. Eiffel Tower protest. I mean, where is this? News. Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. Here you are.
Shh. Cardi Bradshaw Eiffel Tower bag resurfaces. Try this. Bay from Eiffel Tower grilled Chinese bullshit. What? Who is hosting the 2024 Olympic Games? Paris is the landmark. 40 romantic Tatiana. Oh, jeez Louise. Am I routed to Abu Dhabi? I am. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Well, I can't take a picture show. Get your fucking picture show off my shit. Get your picture show off my shit. Okay, sorry. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no anything on the Eiffel Tower. So when was this Q? Because like anything QAnon, I'm like, oh, what is this? Is this? I mean, is this an operation or some sort of? Where was this one? Yeah. Okay. So this is on QAnon 76. Who put this out 32 minutes ago. What I'm trying to say is, it's not necessarily like, you know, but I'm looking for shit that's happening right now, and if like they're like using like footage from like 2009, it's kind of whatever. I mean, it's the same shit we talk shit on CNN for doing. Or is there something going on at the White? Is there something going on at the Eiffel Tower? Eiffel Tower. See, this is how they make us into disinformation artists. No, you weren't supposed to pick up on all that. Eyes popping optical Tatiana at the Eiffel Tower. What's this? 15-second ad. I'm out. Art installation of the Eiffel Tower. Let's see this. The illusion of the cliffs. Doesn't want to play for me. Piece of garbage. It's a piece of garbage. It takes 17 years. I don't know. Sometimes I go way sideways. All right. Just give me to a website. I've lost my everything. Quarantine. Joe Rogan addresses repeated use of N-word. Quarantine hell at the Olympics. COVID cases rising. 0 medals for USA. They're punking us over in China, okay? They threw us the coronavirus. Now they're going to try to punk us. The refs are going to call everything. No, USA. No point. No point. No point. They're going to fuck us up at the Olympics. Planet of the Apes. They're fucking us up over in China. Beijing 2022 is about fucking up the USA. They're going to fuck us up. China style. Look at it. With robots and shit. They're coming out and saying it. We're going to fuck you up. Oh, I'm going to fuck you up. Hard. Looks like Jason. Look at him. It looks like fucking a digital Jason. Talk about scary. Hey, stop listening to me. Robot, turn off. Robot, turn off. Disengage. That's fucking Bigsby. Fucking punk bitch. Fucking Bigsby. We got to get rid of Bigsby. I researched into Bigsby. He's a high-level wizard, this fucking guy. Let's go to Joe Rogan's shit. Do we have a video on this? A video would be better. Groceries are getting very expensive. You're right. Groceries are getting very expensive. I went yesterday and spent $97 on a couple cans of pop and some cream of wheat and some cereal. It's unheard of. So do we have some sort of viral clip or whatever you said? Oh, here's Joe Rogan. Okay, good.
Hello, friends. I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s, and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit, or I was talking about how Quentin Tarantino used it repeatedly in Pulp Fiction, or I was talking about how a Netflix executive, ironically, used it because he was trying to compare it to another offensive word, and he said it out loud, and they fired him. Not calling anybody or just saying the word out loud. I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language, because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it, and it could be a punchline, it could be a term of endearment, it could be lyrics to a rap song, it could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word, but it's not my word to use. I'm well aware of that now, but for years I used it in that manner. I never used it to be racist because I'm not racist, but whenever...
All right. It's a word already. Jeez Louise. The more energy you put behind something, the bigger of an effect it will have. That word has a big effect because people give it a lot of energy. What do you have to say about the Super Bowl? I want news on the Super Bowl. I want news on the Super Bowl. Can you give it to me here, please? Tiny URL. Fire. All right, it's not lazy, Marcy, but we're going to run it through the old matrix here, Marcy. We're going to run it through the old matrix here, Mass. Clean.
I discovered the 8 immortal kings of Samaria lived a total of 241,200 years. I've discovered through my research that these...
Right, guys, what's going on? My name is Luis. Today...
My name is Luis.
It is February 4th, 2022, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Before I start, guys, give this video a big thumbs up and share this video.
All right, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to give you a thumbs up because they're free. They're free. Throw them to every YouTuber.
Oh, we got some breaking news updates when it comes to rumors of wars. Now it says here, Mr. Byrne regime waives all sanction, check this out, on Persia. On Persia. This is huge, guys. This is very, very, very important because this means that Holy Land will be on high alert. We're talking about Holy Land. We'll be on high alert. Now, look, for those of you that don't know what's going on here, the 4-5, right, has put heavy sanction on Persia when it comes to certain things like nuclear weapons. So Persia couldn't get their hands on them. Now that the 4-5 has been taken out and we have Mr. Burns in the spotlight, he removed every single sanction that the 4-5 has put on Persia. So that means Persia could get their hands on nukes. And the nukes will be pointed at Holy Land. Before I start, guys, give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, families, or loved ones. I appreciate the love and support. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Patreon link is in the description box. Also, guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Saturday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in this form. Also, guys, I posted a video today. Those links will be in the comments box along with this article. So, did Mr. Burns backstab the Holy Land? Just like Mr. Burns has backstabbed the sleeping giant people. So, we do have a Mr. Burns that love backstab. All right, so this is huge, guys. This is very important. I believe that we are about to witness the mystery of Babylon. Now, again, a lot of people always, look, there's different interpretation when it comes to the mystery of Babylon. A lot of people are saying New York is Babylon. People are saying California is Babylon, or the United States of America is Babylon, or the Roman Catholic Church is Babylon. Again, the Bible does speak about the great city, that great city that will be burned and gone, wiped out in an hour. Gone. And again, this is when people, have the different interpretation. Well, I believe it's New York, or I believe it this. But remember, guys, in the Old Testament and the New Testament, many prophets, have called that great city Jerusalem. So I believe, again, the mystery of Babylon is Jerusalem. And this Jerusalem will be out. But then the Bible in the book of Revelation speaks about a new Jerusalem to come. A new Jerusalem. So Persia, now that Persia sanction has been removed, their goal is to get nukes. And they said it many times, Holy Land, we're going to wipe you out. We will wipe you out. They've been saying it, and Holy Land has, started their big military exercise drill, the biggest ever in Holy Land history. We're talking about there's going to be at least 30 countries to get involved in this, or 60. There's going to be, Holy Land is going to send a whole bunch of ships. They're going to send a whole bunch of aircraft. And Holy Land is saying, look, we're doing this to let you know this is how big we are and we're not afraid of you. So this Holy Land and Persia confrontation is getting deeper and deeper. Thank you, Mr. Burns. Now, I got to thank him. See, this is the reason why God allowed Mr. Burns to come into the spotlight. Do you guys understand what's going on now? This is Bible prophecy. Scriptures is happening right now. And yes, I know people are upset. They don't want to see Mr. Burns. But look, we have to put our faith and trust in God. God uses good people, God uses bad people in order to play a big role in Bible prophecy. God does not use just good people to fulfill scriptures. God always uses bad people or good people. They both play a role when it comes to Bible prophecy. What Mr. Burns is doing here, Mr. Burns thinks he's winning. He's not. Again, God knows his heart, and it's a big role that he's playing. He's making decision here to form this Bible prophecy to come. These rumors of wars, and which I believe we could see the mystery of Babylon in the near future. Persia will get them powerful stuff. It's not going to take a day. It's not going to take weeks. It possibly could take a year or two, or maybe less. Who knows? But Persia, once they get them nukes, they will. Again, their target is Holy Land. All right, so let's see what's going on here. This here is exciting news. Exciting. It's just Bible prophecy. That's what it is. This is why I tell people, don't get mad who's in the spotlight. Don't get mad who's in, making decisions. At the very end, God is the one that calls the shot. God uses certain people. So we got to put our faith and trust in God. All right, in a move that is certain to send the Holy Land into a hissy fit, Mr. Burns' regime has waived all sanctions related to Persia nuclear program. Mr. Burns is like, hey, get rid of them, that's it, no more. This here should be worldwide breaking news. This is huge. The waiver with respect to these nuclear activity, again, guys, we are hearing the name nukes every single day. Bear taking out their nukes. You had North K launching their nukes. You had the Red Dragon bringing out their nukes. You have the Sleeping Giant working on the hypersonic nuke. There's a lot when it comes to nukes. When you hear all these names when it comes to that, I mean, this is like getting closer to the Super Bowl. But this is much more powerful than a Super Bowl, guys. All right, so
they're gonna shut the Super Bowl down, boy.
Once again, the waiver with respect to these nuclear activities and designed to facilitate discussion that would help to close a deal on mutual return to full implementation.
You advertisement me. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Louie.
Hey guys, welcome to Forward. We're a new type of doctor's office that's providing...
We're going to rip you off.
Of the JCP. I'm going to skip the rest of the name. Again, this is basically, countries coming together and agreeing Persia should have nukes. Persia will be the 7th country in the world or something like that will have nukes. But you know how many times Persia are screaming from the top of their lungs, death to the sleeping giant and death to Holy Land? They say it every day. They even burn our FLAG. They burn our FLAG. So how is it that Mr.
What the hell is this guy doing? Why can't you say flag, bro? FLAG? Is that what we're doing these days? Plat, you know what form?
So Burns gonna give him these powerful stuff, and in return, they burning our FLAG. Yesterday was a big information that came out. Supposedly, ISIS, leader, taking, out. Now we have this. Again, guys, it's a game of chess. It's not only for the bear. This is a game of chess worldwide. Wake up and give your life to Christ. And once again, Mr. Burns is not the Antichrist. Mr. Burns is not the son of perdition. Mr. Burns is just Mr. Burns. Again, look, Mr. Burns, someone is pulling the strings on him. Someone that is with him. We don't know who it is, but they are calling the shots. Mr. Burns is the one that comes out and say, well, I'm just going to say this and this and this, and that's it. Let me go back to the office and get my paycheck. All right, so this is from Turner Remark. Of course, it is and has been the Holy Land view that the blank nuclear program is in fact a military wet program. The Holy Land insistence on severe sanctions created yet more trouble in the Middle East and for the sleeping giant, whose pilots are literally...
He just do over that shit. Ba 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 ba. A lot of words here. A lot of words. Just a ba 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 ba. He said. He said ba 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 ba. I know that, Louis. I made that one up. You just dotted over the dot. I know.
I'm just gonna skip that name for campaign money from the Holy Land firsters. Those who believe the Holy Land did their bidding and it backfired on all of us in a huge way as Persia.
It's a 20-minute video. Thought it was like 2 minutes. Thought it was a cut. So Persia's getting nukes. He talks about that for 20 minutes. Hold on, I haven't even got back to base camp here. I made a milkshake right away. I mean, I felt like a milkshake. Yellow vests are back out, and they're doing things that you have never seen before. Oh my God, that's a fucking yellow vest. That's clean. It's a clean link.
Why interpreters want this instant translator device banned in the US? This real-time translator device is taking the world by storm. It can translate any language instantly.
I need one of those. We need to get one of those. Get on the translator shit. I want a translator application. So we could talk to, like, you know, police in another country. Sir, whatever you're going to say. So they know what's up. Whoa. Wait a minute.
I'd rather have the cheese puffs than Cheetos. Although I do like both.
Don't do the cheese puffs or the Cheetos. Don't do it to yourself.
The market, take a break. Cause,
dry off, have a drink.
Yeah, that's it.
Get another reel.
Cool. Let's do that.
You get all the cheese and all the weird shit in your teeth, and then you're just puff breath. Have you ever got a whiff of puff breath? All day long, you're puff breath. Blech. Cheese ball puff breath. All right, settle down. Read. Jeez Louise. All right. Let's ratchet this up, Rockiana. The NFL is rigged, brother Jacob. These playoffs have revealed the truth without doubt. The ones who write the script worship the enemy and serve him faithfully. That's why the Patriots always lost to the Giants in SB. Brady never beat them. Unfortunately, they don't leave these games the chance. If Rams win, it would be a great work of our Father in heaven. If you want to see some crazy symbolism, look up the Giants RB number 44, 45th president, get into the fetal position, turn around before the end zone, and look to be birthed into the end zone in one of those SBs against the Patriots. In no way am I doubting God. He will win, and I am so very grateful that He has shown me many truths. I just look at these games as a way for the enemy to mock and scoff. Vengeance will be His. Double-minded, easily giving into desires, or hot-headed. Do what thou wilt comes to mind. Well, doesn't what thou wilt, but apparently it's do what thou wilt. Causes dust was never a word, even though I remember it as does what thou wilt. Anyways, another name for a male goat is buck, which is the name of the thing in the manger. I made it up. I remember. Anyways, another name for the male goat is buck, which is the same for all other horned animal besides sheep, which goes the way, the truth, the life, as in unique. There are phrases using buck like wild buck, or buck wild, and buck naked. Buck wild refers to how wild bucks are during mating season. Might just be for male deer, but I don't know. Just another meathead here, lol. Buck naked is used for being naked, which apparently it has been used since before the phrase butt naked. Interestingly, any ways these show the desire part of the nickname buck. Desire can also be said to be lust. Lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, lust of the pride of life. That can be said to representing in bucks. Female goats are called doe and nannies. Nannies are live-in babysitters, aka not a mother to the children of the head of the house. Also used as a nickname for grandmother, which is an old woman set in her ways. Obstinate like a billy, doe is named for females with horned male counterparts besides some shit. Before this video, I never gave much thought to the nickname lamb, ram, ewe, kid, billy goat, buck, doe, nanny. The meanings are spiritual. Rams and ewes, sheep male and female respectively, can be considered to be wheat in the wheat and tares parable in the Bible, which of course cause we are normally seen as sheep, and rams and ewes are sheep. But my point comes in with the sheep's counterparts, or evil twin goats. Gemini comes to mind, and so does the duality of man. Jacob has repeated in a lot of his videos. Goats are the tares. We are corrupted by tares, turning us into goats instead of being sheep. Speaking of which, this is a confirmation of what God revealed to me, which will be explained with the nickname for young sheep, lamb. Let me explain by talking about the nicknames for goats and sheep. Billy goat bucks are male goats. Billy is a diminutive of William, a Germanic English name. It means strong-willed, protector, helm. A diminutive is a shorter form of something, a crude definition of a lesser version. So a Billy is a lesser William, meaning strong-willed without being a true protector. Not steadfast, but double-minded, easily giving in to desires or hot. hot sauce. Hot females with horned male counterparts besides ewes. Doe is used as slang in the place of bro, homie, and dog. Dog backwards is God. Homie, take out the I, is home, and bro is short for brother. Meaning doe is meaning friend, and we care about our friends and home where the heart is. Brother is a family member, and we normally call where family is home. Doe is normally represented as weak, but with male connotations in the doe. Slang, it takes a weird turn with the insanity of today with gender changes and such. Let's move on to sheep now. Male sheep are rams. They are heavier than ewes, so they are strong enough to protect their females. Horns on its head can be said to protect its head from consciousness, which is the shaking of the brain due to a blow in the head or body. Horns were used as trumpets and as vessels of anointing oil. That can be said to have men be not just the vessels of anointing, but have a shout, trumpet of victory. Horns are also used as a symbol of victory or hope, ray of light. Rams hang out with other rams and only separate to attract mates. So basically, a real man hangs out with other men to have fun. No matter if it is eating together, talking, drinking alcohol, but of course not in excess. Rams are great at balancing themselves on their tiptoes, which means a real man knows how to live a balanced lifestyle, which of course no man is perfect, which means we err sometimes. Ewes are mature female sheep, normally represented by a pregnant female sheep, which means a mother, which its twin counterpart nannies technically are not called mothers, which are spiritually is intriguing concept. There's actually a people who are called the ewes and live in villages, so basically people who live off the land in Ghana. Their oral traditions state their lineage is from Babylon. They left Babylon, and we are called to do the same. We are born in this world and called kids, young goats, changed into lambs to become protectors and refugees, fleeing from Babylon to our refuge, protector. The ram who died as a lamb and rose from the dead to finally become a ram to protect us and save us from ourselves and lead us out of temptation, Babylon, and sin, Egypt, both can be said to be our past estate to our own promised land. We leave our past estate for a new estate, place prepared for us, while many angels leave their past estates to enter into Babylon, temptation, and Egypt, sin, to take rulership. They want to rule, control others, while we live in villages, so basically who live off the land in Ghana. Their oral traditions state their lineage is from Babylon. They left Babylon, and we are called to do the same. We are born to this world and called kids, young goats, changed into lambs to become protectors, and refugees fleeing from Babylon to our refuge protector. The ram who died as a lamb and rose from the dead and finally became a ram to protect us and save us from ourselves and to lead us out of temptation and sin, Egypt and Babylon, both can be said to be our past estate to our own promised land. We leave our past estate for a new estate, place prepared for us, while many angels leave their past estates to enter into Babylon, temptation, and Egypt to take rulership. They want to rule, control others, while we want freedom. They want war while we want peace. Interestingly, things come to think about. Those who read this long comment, I thank you, and I hope you got something from this like I did. All right. Is this a clean link?
I've been looking at this asteroid for years and years and years.
Something's happening at the Super Bowl. Something's happening at the Super Bowl. 45 minutes.
Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again, and I'm so glad that you pressed play. I'm so Super Bowl glad that you pressed play today. It's been a hard couple of days for me and the fam. So it was so beautiful when I understood.
Take it back a notch. All right. Jacob's Ladder. Fast forward.
It's going to remind all of you.
Simmer.
Just keep coming one after the other, and then I get ideas. Like with the Super Bowl in particular, I found it very strange that so many people were telling me that there's a Bengal tiger in the Super Bowl because I've gotten everybody so fired up about 2022, the year of the water tiger. Wrote about it in my novel. And everybody was so just blown away. They're like, this wasn't supposed to happen. And so I'm like, okay, there's got to be something. There's got to be a reason, Lord. Too many people are sending this to me. Even my buddy Bear, who has a really cool YouTube channel. He's like a Viking. He's like Thor. He's huge. And Bear sends me this text, and he says, "Look." And it's basically just, the numbers, the way they're spelled out, LVI, and it looked like Livy in his picture that he sent me, and then he sent me a little, description of what that meant, and it said something like Elf Army, kind of like Joel's army rising up, right? Well, of course, I saw it earlier on as LVI, as in Levi, which was one of the tribes. But when editing this video, I found out LVI actually means lymphovascular invasion, which has to do with cancer cells entering the lymph nodes through the bloodstream, something that's foreign, attacking your body, taking over, if you will. They actually found that lymphatic invasion is present more in cancer patients after getting the virus to the crown. But for this show, I think what's more symbolic and more important is looking at the word Levi, which means joined to. So you see how it looks like LVI, and it looks like Levi, and Levi in Hebrew means joined to join to become one with. That's very, very spiritual and very symbolic. And it almost takes away from the fact that it looks like the whole logo is totally bloody. I mean, there were so many people. You look at the logo at first glance, and it looks like blood is dripping off of it. Very spooky. So many people are taking to Twitter about it, too. But really, I guess it's not meant to look bloody.
What?
Those are palm trees, and they decided, oh, it better to be, to make it red. Because, palm trees are red, of course. It's an eerie feeling you get when you look at a logo. And of course, it brings to mind all sorts of, terrible things are coming in 2022, right? Well, I say maybe, but not for you. Not for those that are serving God. Because there's a lot more to this story. So Levi, it means joined to. There are these 12 tribes of Israel, okay? I'm Jacob Israel from the year 2022. There was a Jacob Israel back in the day, and he wasn't like a Christian or a Jew. He had a covenant with God. He served God. He was a shepherd. He liked to take care of people. Didn't really have a label. He's kind of a meatball like me. And he has these children. They become known as the 12 tribes of Israel. The word Israelites, and a lot of people on the channel, they say, oh, I'm an Israelite because you're on the channel, which is, I think, is pretty cool. But every tribe comes after, his children. His firstborn was Reuben, which is behold the son. Reuben Simeon was his next son. It means hearing. Reuben Simeon Levi, which brings us to where we are now. LVI, Levi, joined to. You put them all together, you get behold the son, hears the word of God, and joins to. You take every single name together in the 12 tribes, and it spells out something pretty good. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Dan. Okay, and you put them all together all the way down to Joseph and Benjamin. And you get behold the son, hears and joins to give praise to a judge, that's Dan, wrestling, to invade, to make straight, to reward and exalt those that God has added, Jehovah has added, to the son of the right hand. That's Christ. That's you. You're the body of Christ. Levi, to be joined to. It's a big deal. So here we have a picture in the very title of Christ joining to. And then we have these two teams that are fighting each other. Now this is pretty interesting, right? Because both teams actually represent something super spiritual. Yeah, that's right.
Learn about crypto and get paid as you learn with Coinbase Earn. We've paid out over $100 million in crypto rewards since Coinbase Earn launched in 2018. To start earning, just watch short videos, answer simple questions about what you've seen, and get rewarded. Get started today on Coinbase.com/earn.
Why isn't this a skip?
Yeah, that's right.
So this is going over all the stuff that we need to know about the Super Bowl. There's all kinds of spiritual stuff.
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, the Bengal tiger, it reminds me of Satan, the devil. Because, of course, there's no real mention of a tiger, but they all kind of fall into that category. The enemy, like a roaming lion, seeking whom it may devour. A lion is always hungry, it's never filled. This world is never filled, always looking for more. And then you take the names. Sin, Natty, Cincinnati, Sin, Natty, Bengals, the enemy. I'm not saying people from Cincinnati are sinners. I'm not saying that. But look at the name. Sin, double sin. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Natty, which means the offspring of. Natty, I've talked about this. Nativity in Latin. It's the birth of Christ. Well, you have sin, the birth of what? You got the tiger. Now, on the other side of the equation, you got the Los Angeles. Los Angelos. Evangelos. The angels. The messengers of God. Now, I know that Los Angeles is probably not the most, that's ironic, right? That the name is probably the most perverse place on the planet, but that's ironic.
Los Angeles!
But that's a moot point, because if you just look at the names, the angels. So we have the angels versus sin. That's pretty cool. We got the Rams versus the Tigers, the Bengal Tigers, the Bengals. The ram. Do you know that the ram? That's pretty cool. Do you know the ram? Yeah, it's a ram's horn right there. I'm going to try to blow it. I'm not good at it. I'm going to do it by the end of the show. I'm going to try to in front of everybody.
He's going to try to blow it.
Probably embarrass myself. My buddy Daniel Ellis got that for me. If somebody was asking about it. I love it. I love it. But that's a ram's horn. That's the sound the alarm. You know, the ram is Christ. We'll talk about that a little bit later, because the ram was the sacrifice that was laid down. when Abraham was ready to sacrifice his son Isaac to show that he feared God, symbolically speaking, it's kind of like when we're ready to lay down our life, the life that we've created in this world, we're ready to lay it down for God. God's like, hey, I got a sacrifice for you already. I got a sacrifice for you already. And it's the ram. It's Christ. So here we have the angels, Christ, against the Antichrist. The two of them doing battle at the SoFi Arena. At the SoFi Arena, you say, Jacob, why do you point this out? What's strange about that? Well, do you know that SoFi is the Greek origin of that word? It means, it's Sophia, which means wisdom. Which we find out that wisdom is a tree of life according to Scripture. So everything's played down on the field of wisdom, which is kind of mythological in its, Sophia is like a big deal if you're into that Gnosticism stuff that I'm not, just so you know, I'm not. But I'm saying it's in Scripture that wisdom is a tree of life, and all you're getting, get wisdom, for she's a tree of life. The understanding of God, the power and the wisdom of God, this is what Christ is, the field of wisdom. I think that that's pretty amazing. But it gets more amazing. Hold on to your horses. Number 56, okay? Like I said, Strong's Concordance. Strong's Concordance, let's pull this up here. All right? Let's pull this up because number 56 will be found. Ignorance. Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, the word is ignorance. First Peter chapter 2, verse 15, for it's God's will, listen to this because this is a message for you. It's God's will that by doing good, you should silence the talk of the ignorant people. They be corrupt, let their corruption be known. This is the thing. If you're doing good, God's going to take care of the meatheads in your life. I got a story about a meathead in my life that's causing some spiritual heartache. That's all right because God delivers us. I shared something on Twitter about this because, sometimes God will move you out of an environment that isn't good for you, that's perhaps abusive. And I wrote a poem and I shared it on Twitter. I wish I memorized it, but I write these things quickly because the Dan was still holding on to this, experience we had, and it just doesn't make any sense, and it's just so wrong. And sometimes when you're a good-hearted person and you're a kind-hearted person, people will try to take advantage of that. And I said, God destroyed these wicked cities because Lot's wife, had been suffering all of this abuse, all of the nonsense from these wicked cities, and God's destroying it. Right now, you're probably dealing with a lot of abuse, probably in a bad this, a bad that, and it's like time for us to move out, and God's moved us out. He's moved us away from this hurtful place, but yet, Lot's wife, she turned back, and what did she turn into? Bitterness. If you keep looking back, you can't go forward. If you keep looking, unless you're looking for the ladder, that's Jacob's ladder, stairway to heaven, unless you're looking for the ladder, which is also Christ in Scripture, where the angels of God will ascend and descend on the Son of Man, you'll see it. Unless you're looking for that, don't look back at bad situations. Don't look back in the things that you've endured. Because you know what? If you continue, you can't move forward, and you turn into a pillar of salt. You don't want to be a pillar of salt. It's not a very strong pillar. You want to be a pillar in the kingdom of God. Believe me. God wants to bring you back to your senses, which is ironic because the other number 56 from Strong's is found in 1 Corinthians 15:34. Come back to your senses, you meatballs. I added the meatballs part. That's not in the Scriptures. We don't want to add anything to Scripture, too. Come back to...
What?
There was a can of tea, a small can of tea here. Where did you put it?
I didn't put anything, I didn't touch it.
Put it, disappeared? was here all the time. That's my tea, man.
I didn't touch your tea, Pop.
Well, I can't find it. You are the one who rearranged everything.
I don't know what to tell you. Did you try in there the stomach tea?
What?
There's stomach tea, the Himalayan, in the jar right up there. Left. The one in the glass jar. Yeah.
That's not tea.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing for your stomach.
Yeah, that's what I said. The tea stomach.
No, regular tea, English tea it was. It was a can there.
I didn't do anything with your English tea.
Well, somebody moved it.
Marcy, did you move his tea? Marcy, did you move his tea? Did you move his tea?
It was right here near the jars, here.
We didn't touch your tea, Pop.
Well, who did? It disappeared. It was here all the time. I was making tea.
We didn't touch your tea or your teapot. Or your cooking books or your whatever this other thing was. I just didn't touch your tea, Poppy. I just didn't touch your tea. Where's my tea? All right, Jacob.
Your senses as you should, and stop sinning. For there are some who are ignorant of God. I say this to you, shame. You know better. Stop doing dumb things. Will you stop doing dumb things? Number 56, ignorance. That's in the battlefield of wisdom. It's going down. Sin, Cincinnati. Sin against the angels. Christ against the enemy. And once again, I'm not talking about the literal.
What, Judge Janine Pizzazzi? Let's see Judge Falfali. I like Judge Pizzazz. Let's get a little pizzazz. Yeah, minute-long clip.
She takes a picture, and in that picture is this ET.
Oh, God.
He puts the camera over in that direction, and everyone looking in that direction.
That guy works for Central.
Judge Janine schooling Jen Psaki on crime in under 60 seconds. We're going to show it to you. Before I do, if you're new here, hit the red button down below to subscribe, then tap that notification bell when you do, so we can bring you real news and opinion every day. People like the chief propagandist at the White House, Jen Psaki, Baghdad Bob, should not be in positions of authority if they know nothing about what's going on in America. She's been routinely turned off to what's really going on. This time, Judge Janine had to give her a nice lesson on the skyrocketing crime that her administrator has enabled. Isa Cox of the Western Journal reports last week White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki tastelessly scoffed over commentary from Fox News Judge Janine Pirro on the consequences of soft on-crime policies, asking laughingly, what does that even mean? Watch.
If you look at Fox on a daily basis, I mean, do you remember the 4 boxes that we had on all the TVs, right? Which is on my TV right now. So right now, just to give you a sense, so CNN, Pentagon, as many as 8,500 U.S. troops on heightened alert. Okay, true. Same on MSNBC. CNBC is doing their own thing about the market. And then on Fox is Janine Pirro talking about soft on crime consequences. I mean, what does that even mean, right? So there's an alternate universe on some coverage. What's scary about it is a lot of people watch that.
As it happens, this might have been the wrong hypothetical question when it comes to the consequences of soft on-crime policies. One highly doubts Jen Psaki hoped she'd get an answer, but boy, did she. In addition to being scorched on Twitter for the tone-deaf comments, which came in just days after a 22-year-old New York Police Department officer was shot and killed in days before his outraged widow blasted city leadership for dangerous and deadly city policies. Pirro weighed in herself to answer the question. Watch.
Psaki called you out, Judge Pirro. Anything you want to tell the press secretary right now?
Well, she wants to know why I'm talking about the consequences of soft on crime. Well, I'm talking about the consequences of the Democrat, liberal, progressive, leftist, soft on crime, criminal loving, victim hating group that has made a decision that no bail, no jail, and that criminals that should be privileged, and that social justice and rogue prosecutors should not be a part of the criminal justice system. Jenna, you're so locked up in your ivory tower that you have no idea what Americans really care about and what they're concerned about. The truth is that the killing of innocents who didn't deserve it, they didn't ask for it, they did nothing but get in the way of a murderer, very often out on your bail policies, and that murderer, and not God, decides that they should die. And now you and your ilk refuse to even recognize what you've done. Just as we mentioned, the crime rate from 2019 to 2021 is 44% up in terms of homicides in major American cities. But Joe Biden ignored all this. Joe Biden ignored the looting, the burning, the rioting, and he ignored the burning of a federal courthouse and police precincts. And now he wants to come to New York. He wants to come to New York because he wants to give funding to local cops. Well, why didn't he do that when they were defunding, demoralizing, and denigrating cops? Why now? Could it be because this is an election year, a midterm year? And why not increase funding when cops really needed it? You people don't stand up for law and order. We do. And you ought to think about one thing. You ought to think about the fact that Fox quadruples all the pals, all of those networks that you identified that were talking about important things that I wasn't. Here's the bottom line. We quadruple them because we talk about things that Americans care about. And maybe you and your friends ought to take a temperature of what Americans care about and talk about it.
Yeah, Geraldo.
Right. Wow, that was definitely a mic drop moment. Jen Psaki is going to need a lot of margaritas and kickboxing classes to recover from a schooling of that magnitude. The fact that Jen Psaki is not aware of the term soft on crime is alarming alone. Judge Janine was a practicing judge for more than 2 decades. So for Jen Psaki to scoff at her concerns on how crime is prosecuted by the left is frightening. They're literally allowing career criminals to remain on our streets, which led to the killing of a young cop in New York. Hey, I mean, what does Judge Janine know anyway, right? Do you see the high crime the left ignores? Comment below. We'll see you at the next report for the next.
The next news network giving us the old 9 to 5 on Jen Psaki getting schooled by Judge Janine. What's up, Planet X Watcher? Hush puppies. Have you guys ever had hush puppies? All right. So I got that last one there. This is a bombshell, Mitch McConnell's bombshell. All right, I'll play it.
The gang leader, formerly known as A-Train, continues to maintain his innocence despite insurmountable evidence against him.
Mitch McConnell dropping a bombshell on Joe Biden about his Supreme Court pick. I've got the details. Before I go further, if you're watching for the first time, hit the red button down below to subscribe, then tap that notification bell so we can bring you real news and opinion every day. Joe Biden, he is being heavily criticized for his decision to make the most important criteria for the next Supreme Court justice based on gender and skin color. Gender and skin color. Those are the only 2 things that gets you in the door. You must be a female and you must be black. Sounds like discrimination to me. No one else is allowed in that door. Mitch McConnell, on the other hand, says everyone is allowed in the door in his office. Wow. Let's get some more details from Katie Pavlich at Town Hall, who reports despite opposition from 76% of Americans to choose a Supreme Court nominee by skin color, President Biden is moving forward with his narrow consideration of nominees to replace Justice Stephen Breyer on the bench. Since that retirement and Biden's confirmation, he will choose a black woman. Republican senators have been critical of the process and have encouraged the examination of a broader selection of candidates. For example, Ted Cruz. He said that racial discrimination is wrong. Period. Full stop. One of the most depressing things about Democrats today is they're very comfortable discriminating based on race. When Joe Biden throws out a quota, he's rejecting, regardless, the merits of everybody else. Let's take a look at what Ted Cruz said.
Racial discrimination is wrong. Period. Full stop. One of the most depressing things about Democrats today, they're very comfortable discriminating based on race. We just finished a hearing where one of Joe Biden's judicial nominees has argued.
Full stop. That shit is fucking weighty. Throw that shit around. Full stop. People think you're fucking just executive material. Full stop. This guy is brass.
That Asian Americans, to be sufficiently woke, must
go back to the full stop.
Look at what Ted Cruz said.
Racial discrimination is wrong. Period. Full stop. One of the period. Full stop. One of the most period. Full stop. One of the most
period. Full stop. I mean, that shit's just fucking quick packaged fucking executive material.
Depressing things about Democrats to
period. Full stop. People are like, wow, this guy is really some shit here. Period. Full stop, he said. Holy shit.
Very comfortable discriminating based on race. When Joe Biden throws out a quota, he's rejecting, regardless, the merits of everybody else. Let's take a look at what
full stop. Full
Ted
stop.
Cruz said.
Period. Full stop.
Racial discrimination is wrong. Period. Full stop.
Period. Full stop. I mean, we just rush you through it. He's just gonna, like a lawyer, just take you on a breezy tour of his fucking full stop. Boom. Period. Full stop. Period. Period. Full stop. Son of a bitch. One more time.
Racial discrimination is wrong. Period. Full stop.
Period. Full stop. Period. Full stop. Oh, geez, Louise. Period. Full stop. We all make some choices in life, and some good and some bad. Planet X Watcher. You guys just, you know, a bunch of fucking your comments. Yeah, I'd like to get to some news. Fucking people. Whatever. Life's incredible. Yeah, it's incredible.